working with your Rickman here. Hilo's got the body off and stuff. He's drained all the oil out of it because we're getting ready to take the motor down. The oil is really dirty. As you can see right here, it's just total thick, coal black. But that's the way it goes. Okay, after we got the fairing off, we pulled the carburetors off. Now over here's the carbs. Hilo said he thought the carbs are gonna be okay. Of course we'll have to clean them and go through them, but they're not frozen or anything like that. So that's a really good sign. We'll probably have to maybe go through these T's right here, maybe the gaskets, and go through the jets a little bit and get her set up. All this stuff looks good, the exhaust holders and stuff. This looks like it goes with the pipe. These aren't genuine Kawasaki, but they're probably goes with the pipe. It looks like you're gonna need some intake manifolds. They're all cracked. Looks like the mice have got into it or something, put some insulation here or there. This motor doesn't look too bad at all. It's actually pretty clean. As I'm wiping my finger on it, you can see that's the wrong finger to give you, but anyway, it looks pretty good. I think we should go with the cases that we have cleaned up. I think a little cleanup in this stuff will be really pretty nice. And the frame's actually pretty nice. As you can see where I take my finger across it, this would clean up really nice. So I got a matching set of cases that I had vapor blasted, so I think we should go through those. And I think we'll make a good looking motor out of it. So we're going to proceed. We're going to pull the motor out today, and try to get the motor here in the next couple, 2, 3, 4 days, and then we can talk about other things. I'm sure we're going to need some attention here, and looks like the brake hasn't been used for a while, you know, on and on. But yeah, I think you're going to be okay. I have no way of testing it to make sure the compression's good or anything, but we're gonna rip it down anyway. Looks like someone's rounded off the fins here going in and stuff, but if you come to the front of the motorcycle here, the small studs indicate that it's a genuine 900 head because these are 6mm studs. This all looks really pretty good. Usually they're all gooned out or busted or what have you. So this is looking pretty good. We'll examine it when we get it out, but I like this. I think we're going to be okay. So we'll rip her down and go through the motor and, you know, gasket kit, what have you, and maybe lap the valves in a little bit, check their ringing gap and what have you. But we'll get with you next couple days and tell you about our progress. Okay. We got the Rickman apart. We're going through it because we got pulled down anyway, but these, the rods feel really good. I don't see any real trouble at all, so the rods feel good. Of course, we'll replace the rubbers and stuff that go between the cylinder and stuff, but that stuff all looks pretty good. We've been thinking, and what we decided that was best was if you come over here, where we said we wanted to get a Z1 case, and we wanted to use a Z1 motor that didn't have any writing here. So, in our opinion, this is our best bet is to go with the cases that are already done. So this will save so much time. We already know that we have a perfect set of cases here. So we're going to run with these. I think your motor with just a little bit of cleanup will look very nice like this. And as I showed you earlier on your bike, I think your bike could be a really good bike. So let's put together with these cases here. And as you can see, they're sharp. They're super sharp. So over here is your motor. We're gonna make this pretty nice. The rods look really good. The pistons, notice we have them all marked, 1, 2, 3. There's, I mean, we're gonna put new rings in it, but there's really not any blow by here. This looks pretty good. I think this is a good. It's kind of sad that the oil was as dirty as it was, but everything else is pretty good. Very, 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 very little ridge right here. It is a correct 74, 75 cylinder because you've got the O-ring here where 73 was smooth and took a one-piece gasket. This is a two-piece gasket with the O-ring. As we said before, the intake manifolds are shot. But I don't see any stripped out bolts. I mean, obviously they filed the fins as we said before. Looks like all the studs are pretty nice. I think a really, really, really good cleanup on this, and this will be pretty good. It's up to you if you want to go all the way and really clean the motor up. If not, we can just degrease it and make it look a lot better than it is. And I mean, I don't think it's that bad. See how nice that looks after I just touch it with my finger? I think you got a pretty nice motor here to begin with. And I think this will complement the cases. We're gonna get it all cleaned up and see what it looks like. Okay, so here we got your bike here. We can go as far as you want to go here. It got some cool parts. Some parts are really cool. But I really think we're gonna obviously degrease the frame and stuff. I think this could be a lot nicer motorcycle than you think, because this is like nickel plated right here, and this I got a little bit of oil in my hand from the motor, and if you look at this right here, just with a little bit of oil's doing, with my finger, look where I've done it, and look beside it. I think you've got something really, really a lot nicer than you think. So I think we should get it running, clean up the frame the best we can, because you're not going to have to paint the frame, obviously, because it's nickel plated. But let's get the all cleaned up. We'll probably have to go through the brakes eventually. And you really have a little bit of pressure here, so this might not be as bad. This is a Honda Master Cylinder with Brembo. I think these are Brembo brakes. No, they're Lockheed. I'm sorry, Lockheed brakes. Lockheed caliper on the back. Yeah, the back one needs rebuilt for sure. These are probably going to be cleaned out for sure. I'm not really sure where to get the parts at, but I'm sure we'll figure it out. You got a Honda headlamp bucket, which is just the way it goes. HM means Honda. We should probably go through the steering bearings, make sure that's all cool. But I think you have a potential of a very, 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 very nice rider. Here's your motor. We're got the bottom end together today. It's Saturday. As you can see, Hilo's got the cases together. Changed these bolts with replated bolts. Everything's pretty nice. Actually, very, very nice. Hilo said that the motor was in really, really, really good shape. And not much needs replaced at all, actually. Have a little broken fin on the oil pan, but I don't think that's going to hurt anything. No one will ever see it but you. And got all the studs in it. We took the studs out of your old cases and stuff. And I'm going to tilt it this way a little bit. So as you can see, everything's looking pretty good. If you want to get your covers polished out and stuff, now's the time to call me like really, really soon. Hilo will be back to work on Tuesday. So if you want to do some polishing work, let me know. I could probably get that over with pretty quick for you. I'm talking about the inner point housing, the clutch cover, the outer point cover, the kick cover. Most likely I have everything in stock. So starting here at the front, These originally were on your bike. We wound up putting a more modern seal. These are broken, and we didn't have anything like that in stock, but these are all cracked. We're probably going to have to go through the brakes. I'm just guessing. As you can see, we changed the grips. You had one grip like this on there and one grip like that on there. So we changed that around. Get these Superbike grips on, are pretty cool. He painted your headlight bucket black. Not exactly sure all what's been happening here, but I saw that he changed the dash. This is your dash right here, and you had some issues here with it. I think it had a crack in it or something. Oh yeah, right here it's cracked. So we found a good used one to put on it. And if you go a little further here, we hung a new horn on there. This is actually a nice Japanese horn. It's made by Nico. Nice. This is nice horn. We painted the header. If you come around to the right side of the motorcycle, you'll see how the header is all set up. It's got, we put all new bolts, nice spacers, everything, we want it to look good, and it does. All new lines. Obviously the carbs are all redone. The frame cleaned up pretty good, I thought. Then we have still the stock handlebar switches and all that stuff. We're going to have to make new brake lines for it. I got you a used starter cover that we cleaned up. You can see yours is a little on the rough side, so if you come over to this side of the motorcycle, we can, I guess we can call that a before and after for the starter cover. This is a little nicer. We should take the center stand off and put a powder coated one on instead of the Battleship Gray. I could do an exchange deal with you. I think yours stuff's pretty cool. Now here's something that we put on the motorcycle that's going to be cool. And this is one of our kits that we made here. You see the bolt going through here, the washer, and the stopper. Okay, what we've done here, I think you'll appreciate this. We're going to rock the bike forward. Okay, what's happening here now is I've got the center stand, and it's not going to hit the chain. See how it hits the stopper instead of hitting the chain. That's something that you needed to do. Okay. Okay. He fixed these brackets. We're gonna try to get you some good rubbers. I don't know. We haven't put the body on yet. We traded you a bunch of your old bolts for our new bolts. You can see how that's all a replated bolt right here. Lots of replated bolts, and here's some nice screws. We haven't done anything with the turn signals and stuff yet. We want to kind of talk to you a little bit more and get a total game plan on for you, but I think all in all it's looking pretty cool. But definitely we need to get rid of the Battleship Gray. The Battleship Gray color here and here. That's going to be kind of an insult to the bike once you get it going. But this is a powder coated battery box. You got a sealed battery. Once we start the motorcycle up, we don't know about the charging system and stuff. Maybe we'll have to work something out, maybe not. The majority of our motorcycles have the solid state regulator rectifier in the bottom. But if your charging system's working, we're not going to touch it. But it's, that's to be determined. Stuff. I'm sure we need to go through the brakes for sure. We need to make brake lines. And we do that here. We make our own lines. We don't have to buy them. So, what a gorgeous bike. Very nice. It's a gentleman's racer. Really gentle. We contacted K&N Air Filters about some air filters for this bike we're building. This is a customer's Rickman. It features like a 75 Z1 motor, and we needed some air cleaners for it because it's obviously in a stock carburetors with custom frames. There's really, I don't think there's room for an air box. Never tried one, but we're running a header on it and everything. So we got hold of K&N, and these are the air filters that they recommended for it. We took some filters off of it, but they were all deteriorated and busted because they were like a several piece filter put in one. We've been running these K&Ns since I've been a kid, and this is the pack that we got. It's called a RC-2454. We sell these on our webpage, and also you can get these from your dealer or whatever. So this is all really heavy duty rubber. They come like oiled like this. They got the chrome end caps. Really nice for the Hot Rod Z1 or the KZ900. We highly recommend these. Next, we have the breather. Now, I know that they make some breathers that go over the canister right here. Normally, down here, this canister has a S tube on it that goes into the air box. So you have the air box here, then this breather goes into the bottom of the air box. That way the oil goes into the air box, like the residue or the air or whatever. Okay, so K&N offers a filter like this right here. So what we're going to do is we're going to run a hose off of this breather here, and then we're going to run the hose onto the bottom of the filter here. And they give you the oil and stuff to treat it and everything. Usually a K&N offers the oil and everything. This is really cool stuff. We've been using it for a long time. So this is a good product, and hope you try it. We'll have this bike fired up soon, and we'll tell you how it sounds with it. Thanks a lot. Okay, Dan, we've got some more progress there. Starting at the back, Hilo went through the brakes. We got the brakes working. Hilo made this line here with the banjo fitting coming off at the angle like that. This is looking good. Works good. The shocks we talked about. These are our bolts right here, the shock bolts. We fixed you up with some H1 rear passenger rubbers for like 69, early 70s, 71 or so, give or take. So that's all pretty cool, and Hilo's been through all this. This has all been painted and stuff, but in time later on, if you ever want to plate it or something, we can talk about that later. But it's very functional now. We have to talk to you about the turn signals, because you said you'd had some signals you wanted to put on. Let us know about the signals. Here's the K&N filters. Ran the K&N breather filter out of the back here by the swing arm down on the bottom. That's the breather filter by K&N. We're going to mount your turn signal flasher and stuff after we do the signals and stuff. Get your sealed battery. Hilo had the gas tank and flushed it out, rinsed it out with everything. So here's your tank back. Some other things we got going on was we had the center stand powder coated over at Ace Powder Coating. They did that for us. And also we did the side stand also. So if you come back over here, you can see where we put our kit. so the center stand will not hit the chain. So this is the stopper right here. That's a very, very nice Johnny's kit. All your covers are nice and polished out. Here's the solid state regulator rectifier we talked about. Man, this bike is looking good. If we go to the front of the motorcycle, look at the absolute beautiful gauges. I can't say enough about the gauges. The guy in Florida does those for us. He doesn't give the job away, but they're nice. We're going to clean it up a little bit more. This is the switch we talked about putting on for the right side. We had to go with the 76 style meters because this is the bracket that came with the clamp, and this is how it was set up, so we went with that. I'm still going to fix you up with the clutch lever assembly and what have you. We had to stick with the Honda headlamp assembly. Hilo said it had something to do with the way the fairing was set up, so we had to run this. We're going to clean this up a little bit. So there's the dust covers that you sent us. Got to dress the tires soon because we got some dry rotting going on. We want to talk to you about that. Hilo's going to have to finish up the front brake master cylinder, but here's your lines and what have you. And keep in mind, Hilo's been through the system, you know. So, hey, you want to hear it run? Let's try to hear it run. 1 second. Go ahead and fire it up, though. Hilo's going to fire it up here for you. Motor sounds pretty good. So far so good. That's a good sounding motor. We have the chain guard being polished, so we'll keep on top of the game here, and we'll let you know how it's doing. I don't know where to start. I don't know where to stop. It's a statement now. Starting from the front of the motorcycle, we got all this on. Hilo put really nice plated hardware on everything. The fender's nicely attached. The brakes are all rebuilt. We made these lines. Made the lines up here. Then we balanced it out with 75 style switches here. Start switch, stop. Rebuilt all the brakes. The meters are all rebuilt. It has a genuine Kawasaki key with the lions. As you can see, the lions in there. Cleaned out the gas tank. This is actually just a shell. Fairings attached perfectly. Got all the nice number bolts here. Everywhere you look has got the number on the head here. We've got the motor's been all redone. As you can see, the covers are polished out perfect. We have the K&N air filters. On the bottom here we have the K&N breather filter. The cases are immaculately perfect finish. What a great bike. We've got like the sealed battery. If you come to this side of the motorcycle, you can see where we used our shock bolts here on the bottom. This is the chain guard that we had polished out. The powder coating of the center stand. Our center stand stopper kit here so it doesn't hit the chain guard. This is Kawasaki H1 rear foot peg rubbers. This has all been redone. The replated spring, the powder coated side stand, the polished covers, the turn signals that you provided for us, the shocks that we made for it. I mean, just on and on and on. It's such a nice, well put together motorcycle. You know, the only issues you may have is maybe finding someone to clean up the tail section here a little bit. We might be able to help you find someone there or something, but what a gorgeous bike. I mean, this is a gorgeous bike. I mean, it's a statement. Okay, we're gonna fire it up here and ride up down driveway a couple times. This is not my style because I can stand between 7 and 75 pounds, but I'm gonna fire it up and ride it and go through the gears and just see how it is. Okay, so key is on. Not for the heavy set person. Okay, it takes some use to getting. This is just different. I don't even know what to say. If you like cafe bikes, I think this is a #1 contender. I mean, it's custom frame. It's got one of the best motors that they ever made, and it's an original cafe bike. And I would say it's had a total mechanical restoration, and I don't know how far I'd go with restoring the body, but this is absolutely a gorgeous bike. Very, 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 very unique. And I'd say this is top of the line. So I hope you enjoyed our video. Special thanks to Spectro Oil and K&N Air Filters. And Hilo's done a great job. We got the electrical parts from Rick's Electric for the solid state regular rectifier, and a lot of parts that we made here at Johnny's. This is Hilo. He's the master builder of all these projects, and he's been with me over 20 years, and he's the master behind the Kawasaki tradition here we have. We've all learned a lot together, and he's the master mechanic, and he likes it. We all like it. Peace to everybody. It takes some use to getting. It takes some use to getting. This is just different. I don't even know what to say.